Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Today this one plans to be an education at the least, maybe an opportunity to give a reel a second chance at the most, and fun all around. So every now and then I preach the idea of getting a reel that you don't know about, buying it on the cheap as a tuition reel, seeing if you can make the reel work. Well, this one is stuck. And what is this one? This one is a Heddon Spin Pal 230. Doesn't move. And well, when the bail opens up, well, that's not moving either, because obviously it's locked in place and you can't turn the rotor. So we're going to take this reel apart. We see what we can learn from it, and maybe, just maybe, we can give this reel a second chance. Well, if you like these types of videos, if you like to learn about fishing reels like I do, if you like to learn how to service them, a little bit about who made the reels, when they were made, and the like, well, that's what this channel is dedicated to. It's dedicated to improving your knowledge of fishing reels in general, and, well, showing you how to do it yourself so that you can keep the reel maintained. Well, I'm looking at it, and this one says that this Heddon reel was made in the USA. And I know some Heddon reels were made by the Bronson Fishing Reel Company in Bronson, Michigan. This may have been one of the ones that was the case. Well, we just took the spool off to get a little bit of a better look here. I want to pull this in. This should be a retractor for the bail. The bail fires a little bit. Not the swiftest fire in town, but it does reset. So they're probably not tripping because the rotor is not spinning. Let's see if we can figure out why that rotor is not spinning, and if maybe we can get it to spin. Well, this is an unusual one. I paid $3 for it. It was at a fishing stand at a local flea market. They had an assortment of rods and reels and tackle and the like. And I had a box over on the side that was with broken reels. And I bought a few of them thinking, well, if nothing else, I can learn about the reel themselves. I've never worked on a Heddon Spin Pal. I'm about to now, and I haven't done any research or work on this, so well, we're kind of open to what in the world's going to happen here, and I kind of enjoy doing that. So if you like to play along, let's go get started on this one. I'm looking, and it's obvious that there are no side plate screws, but there is a screw in the bottom here, so I'm thinking that that bottom must remove the case. It looks like there's a split in the case here. No split on this side, but maybe that's just an offset case. Let's grab a screwdriver, see if we can get that screw out. Don't have a glove on yet. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything with this reel, quite honestly. When I take my pieces and parts off, they go into a parts tray, and that's usually around the time that I want to put in a commercial for myself, and recommend that you subscribe to my channel if you do like these types of videos. If you do like the video, of course, indicate that with a like at the end of the video. But if you do like learning about it, use that subscription. Doesn't cost you anything. It'll get you notified as to when I'm posting. And, well, you can play along like we do here to see how this is all coming about. All right, that screws out. Let's see if we can pull this out. There you go. Okay, yeah, it's an offset case. So maybe we will glove up now, because we'll probably do some cleaning on that if we do get this thing kind of running. I put a glove on my non-dominant hand, my left hand. I'm naturally a right-handed individual, and well, it just keeps some of the dirt and debris, and you never know where these reels have been, you never know where they're going, but in between you can take care to keep some of the junk off of you. Well, just examining the inside of the case, there's dirt in there, but that's not stopping this reel. Oh, look at that. We have nylon gears. That's interesting. It is to me, anyway. Nylon gears, well, they were a product after World War II, so this is probably a 1950s style reel. Next thing I look to do is take some pictures here, because, well, I don't have a schematic for it, don't know much about this reel, and if you don't know much about it and you don't have a schematic, it's always a good idea to take some pictures as reference points. We're going to take this crosswind block off here and remove the axle shaft. That's held in place with a single screw here. You can see it there. Be careful with these parts. You lose them, you're done. We should be able to slide this axle shaft up and out now. When I take my pieces and parts out, even on tuition reels, reels that I don't expect to get going again, I do like to clean them up at that point. Just helps. And it is interesting to note that there is a slot in the axle shaft right here. That's where that screw goes for that crosswind block here. You'll see that we have not only a screw, but we have a little washer that we could have lost pretty easily there. That's going to ride inside that screw. Okay, good to know. Oh, now we're down to 2 gears, and I like to turn these each time we kind of do this. We're still stuck here. Let's come up top here, see if we can remove the rotor. See if we're stuck because, well, maybe we're stuck because there's a issue with the catch there, the trip mechanism. Oh, I forget. This is a USA made one, and the USA made reels need the US threaded pieces, not the metrics, which is what I have in my case. We'll stop. We'll go get that ratchet. We'll be right back. All right, I went to grab a ratchet. I did, and it turns out the 13 millimeter will work on that. So I think that's the 1/2 inch, if I remember, or the 9/16. We'll take that off. And let's go see what's underneath. Again, take the pictures at critical junctures, just so that you know where you are. Okay, this is not coming out, but interestingly enough, I did see that there is a set screw over here, so that may have something to do with it too. Let's go see if we can't remove that set screw, and if that helps. This set screw is sort of like what they do with a Mitchell reel. It has a little nub on there, kind of holding that assembly in place. So I don't know why you would have one and not the other, but who knows. Okay, we've got that off. Let's clean it up. There's some grit in here. That's not a very good spring. I don't know how to deal with that. It might just be that there's a lot of sand and dirt and debris in here, so let's just put some penetrating oil on that, see if that can loosen it up at all. And there's a track on this side. You can see it. It starts at 0 and goes all the way and then starts pulling in. That's going to be what's going to kind of put the pressure on this one to pull that back and then reset it. Well, we're down to that main gear. Well, that's where your issue is. It's the main gear that's not moving. Okay, I've tried a couple of applications of penetrating oil. It appears that we're just stuck in here. It's not moving. Either way, no matter how much pressure, I don't want to break the thing, but it just doesn't seem like there's anything that's working well with that. We can get this off. Yeah, no, that's not the case. All right, so I think what we've just learned here is the reason for this failure is that this shaft of this gear, which appears to be metal, is frozen in the collar of the side plate here. Well, I don't think we're going to solve that today. I think what we'll be able to do over time, just keep doing what we're doing here, just kind of put some penetrating oil in it, let it sit in, maybe put it in a bath of penetrating oil, and well, we'll just see what happens, see if we can loosen that up. If nothing else, we've learned a little bit about the structure of this reel. It's kind of an interesting reel. It's got nylon gears. And well, one of those nylon gears happens to be stuck. It's your main drive, and it might be worth trying to continue with this one. This bail trips, but it's not flipping. It's got a weak spring. I don't know how you adjust this collar. I guess maybe we can figure that out along the way as well. But lessons learned. So for $3, I learned what a Heddon Spin Pal 230 is all about, how it's made. It's kind of an interesting form factor. It's interesting that it has the nylon gears. It's interesting that it was probably made in the 1950s, a kind of a unique design post-World War II. But right now we haven't learned how to get this main gear out of here. We'll soak it in some penetrating oil, maybe some Croil or that, and we'll see where it takes us. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. That's what the idea behind Tuition Reels is all about. It's about learning about the reels and kind of cataloging what's going on with those reels. And, well, if you find that you're stuck on something, well, learning what the cause of that was so the future diagnosis might be able to to help you out there in terms of the cause and effect of a particular problem. The cause of this one, clearly, if it is the frozen gear shaft, is it hasn't been serviced. And that's not too unusual, given that these reels probably were sold to people who didn't expect to service their reels. They were probably an entry-level reel, and well, you know, if you don't service them, eventually something like this does happen. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I do appreciate your career choice and your dedication to task, day in and day out. Wow. Also want to thank all of our viewers for watching. Again, if you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe if you do want to see more. And if you like this one, just indicate that below in the like column. And, well, I want to wish everybody a great day. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.